Back in 2020, the goal was to build a cost-free compost bin out of recycled pallets. In fact, we only spent a couple of dollars for hinges. But over the last 4 years, with the heat and the decomposition of the material inside, the wood did eventually succumb. And it's time now to talk about version 2 of our compost bin, again made from recycled pallets. I've got a lot of projects on the plate as I get ready for spring planting, and repairing or replacing this compost bin was number one on the list. The first thing to do was go out and find about 7 pallets, so I had enough wood to either repair or replace the compost bin. Once I had all of the finished compost out of the bins and moved over into the raised beds and had a good look at what was left here with the wood, it became readily apparent that just replacing everything was going to be the most time-efficient strategy. The very first step is just to remove everything. You can see here in the photo where the chicken is standing. That is where the compost bin used to be. The pallets that I'm going to be using to build the new compost bin are stacked up over on the right. For version 2 of the compost bin, I thought maybe if we did something to get the bare wood off of the ground, perhaps we could extend the life of the system beyond 4 years. I had these paver stones left over from another project just sitting, waiting to be used on the right project. And I thought, hey, this might be a great opportunity to use them in compost bin version 2 and prevent direct contact between the wood and the ground. With those paver stones in place and leveled, I then took 5 of our new recycled pallets, 2 on the back wall, 2 on the sides, and 1 in the middle, and used some 2-inch wood screws to hold them together. Using 2 additional pallets cut to fit, I made the doors, and I had to adjust some of the boards on the pallets to make sure that there were no gaps. Pallets have gaps in them, so I used whatever recycled boards I could from the pallet stacks that I had, both old and new, to make sure that all of the gaps are filled in on both the doors, the sides, and the back of the compost bin. Each door is attached with 3 T-strap hinges and secured with an I-hook, and you might notice that I did make the doors the full height of the compost bin this time, instead of half height like I did in version 1 back in 2020. The main reason for that change was to make it more difficult for the dog to get up in the compost bin and explore. Now that we have the compost bin finished, let's get the compost started, and I'm going to show you how we integrate the chickens with the whole gardening and composting setup. The main ingredients for your composting will be carbon-rich materials, which we call browns, the nitrogen-rich materials, which we call the greens, plus water and air. For the browns, you can use things like dried leaves from your yard. You can even shred up cardboard boxes, as you can see that I have here in the bottom of the compost bin. The smaller you tear these pieces into, the faster they will decompose. Moving over to the chicken coop, this is their sleeping area. They sleep at night up on those 2x4s, and while they're sleeping, they poop down into the bedding down below, which is a dried hemp product. You mix that up about once a month or so, and once a season you remove this and take it over to the compost bin. With the dried hemp being amazingly absorbent, there is absolutely zero smell in this chicken coop. The end result of what we have here is an amazing mix of both carbon and nitrogen, and this will decompose very quickly once we get it over to the compost bin, aerate it, and add some moisture. For your nitrogen-rich materials or the greens, you can use things like your green grass clippings, but we also collect and recycle kitchen scraps, things like fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells. Let's go ahead and get these into the compost bin, and I do like to bury them into the compost so that you don't have any problems with something like a raccoon or a possum. Now that we've moved all of the chicken bedding and the droppings in it into the compost bin, this one side is about half full. Let's go finish up cleaning the chicken coop area. Then we'll take some baseline temperature measurements on the compost bin, and I'll show you what it looks like over the next 2 days. To make the annual task of cleaning the chicken roosting area much easier, I have it lined with a sheet of HDPE. You can just hose it out after you scoop all of the bedding into your wheelbarrow and move it over to the compost bin. Once the bedding area is cleaned out, then I simply refill it with this super absorbent hemp stalk product. I topped off the compost bin with a little more shredded cardboard boxes. Let's take our first measurement and see what temperature it's at right now. And then I'm going to show you the temperature readings over the following 2 days as we watch how things heat up as the nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and moisture all work together to begin the composting process. Using this compost thermometer, which is about 2 feet long, we can get right into the middle of the stack. Our baseline temperature Friday afternoon, as I film this video, is 65 degrees on the mixture in there. Saturday, the next day in the afternoon, 105 degrees. And on Sunday, just 2 days later, 140 degrees in the middle of the compost heap. If you have questions or comments about composting, feel free, please, to drop me a comment down below. This is going to wrap up this video on the compost bin. We got several other projects that I'm going to be doing videos for you in the coming days, including getting the raised beds ready, mixing in all of that compost, getting the indoor seed planting done, so those are ready for spring. I have a video for you soon on the repairs to our rainwater collection system, and if there's time, we'll also do a video on the vermicomposting system. Some of you that are gardeners may know that worm castings are great for your garden. Until then, happy gardening. I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.